Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather Gearhart. If you are new, thanks for stopping by, and if you are not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. Today we're going to be talking Wisdom Wednesday. I know this is going on Thursday, but today it's Wednesday. So I'm calling it Wisdom Wednesday, and we are going to be talking about loving people we disagree with, and can we do it? And do we have to compromise our convictions in order to love someone that we disagree with? So if you're interested in that, stay tuned and let's do this. Okay, so all over Facebook, especially social media, Twitter, anyone that people seem to disagree with, they automatically either avoid them, dislike them, they start slinging mud, and unfortunately on social media, people can hide behind their computer, their phone, whatever, and type whatever it is they feel like saying, irregardless of the feelings of the other person who might be reading it, because you're not face to face. And I would venture to say that most people would not say the things that they say online if they actually had to stand face to face with the person that they are saying it to. And I think that a little more of that needs to happen, a little less behind the screen and a little more face to face, so that people can see reactions from people and sort of feel what that actually feels like when they are saying it. But aside from that, people's lifestyles, our culture, the things that are acceptable to some people and are not acceptable to other people has gotten so out of hand to where we're actually at least acting like we really hate each other, even though you would probably not say that you actually hate the other person. You would just say, well, I disagree with them. But a lot of the feelings that are embedded in those disagreements in lifestyle, in morals, in politics, all of those things kind of stem from a fear-based response where I feel like if I accept that person, I am ignoring my convictions and I'm sending our world down a path that I don't want it to go. And while I believe and have very strong convictions about certain things, moral things, things about God, politics, all of that, I have to be careful that while I disagree with another person, I don't dislike or hate the person. I love something that Rick Warren said recently in a quote, and it goes like this. Our culture has accepted two huge lies. The first is that if you disagree with someone's lifestyle, you must fear or hate them. The second is that to love someone means you agree with everything they believe or do. Both are nonsense. You don't have to compromise convictions to be compassionate. So my Wisdom Wednesday or Thursday is to stop and think about what you're posting online, what you're saying to other people, how you feel about other people, accepting the fact that others are going to disagree with you. Now, certain truths that you believe to be absolute truths, you do not have to let those go to be compassionate, kind, and nice to someone else. You don't have to avoid people because you don't agree with them. You have to agree to disagree. And we can decide that we will disagree and still be friends or still be friendly to each other. And I personally believe that someday we are all going to stand before our Creator, our Lord and God, and we're going to have to give an account for our lives, for what we did with them, for how we treated other people, for what we said and what we believed. And He is the ultimate judge of truth. I don't get to come up with truth. I don't get to have my own truth. I have to believe in a truth that is much bigger than me. And everybody has to make that decision on what they believe is true, and who they believe in. And ultimately, that is going to be the measurement of justice. But I do not believe that we are ever going to influence our society, create a better environment in society by pointing fingers and only hanging out with the people that agree with you and having this camp over here and this camp over here, and kindness and compassion has left the building. You know, I'm just sitting here in my car at a red light here and thinking about, the fact that we think that we have to agree with someone in order to love them, or if they choose to love someone, then it's telling them that we agree with everything that they do and all the choices that they make. Okay, and we're moving. Jesus, take the wheel. But if you think about it, if you have kids or siblings or a spouse or parents or whatever, I do not agree with everything that my children do. I don't agree with all the decisions that they make or some of the phases of life that they've been in. And I don't agree at all with them, and they have not agreed with some of the decisions as parents that my husband and I have had to make. At the time, they did not necessarily agree, but we always chose to love each other anyway. And so you can't say that you can't love someone or be kind to someone that you fundamentally disagree with, because you can. You do it every day with your family. So just a little side note there to get your mind thinking a little bit about the perspective and the attitude that we can have towards people that we don't agree with. And, whether or not you're a Jesus follower, the Bible does say that he came full of grace and truth. And that wasn't 50% grace, 50% truth. It was full of grace and truth. And that meant that he said the truth and said what he believed to be true, but he was also gracious and merciful and compassionate and kind in the process, and was never cruel to anyone, while also delivering the truth. So it can be done. So before you go and post something, before you respond to someone's post in the comments, think about whether or not you would actually say that to the person's face if you were right in front of them, and how you would want them to speak to you, knowing that they completely disagree with you. Do you want them to still show kindness, grace, mercy, compassion on you, even though they disagree with you? I think we all would prefer that, and we would all want that for ourselves. So please extend that to other people when you are speaking with other people, instead of just ranting all over Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and whatever else. Stop and think before you speak. All right, that's it for today's video. I hope you found it useful and helpful. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with anybody else that you think might benefit from this material. And my challenge to you is to go out on whatever social media platform that you normally go out on and say something kind to someone else that you actually don't agree with. If you do that, leave me a comment below, and start with this video. Be nice in the comments. Let me know something nice that you've said to someone else that maybe you haven't been nice to, or you don't agree with, or maybe somebody you wouldn't normally give the time of day. Otherwise, I hope you're having a great day. Stay inspired, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.